Hey folks, and we came in here with the brand new episode of X3 Farnham's Legacy. So we are chilling in here. I have built more things. So we had the two ore mines and the complex hub. We built the complex hub the last episode. So we now have a Palladianium foundry. And we have a chip plant, so we can create our own microchips. It has 3 ships. It owns 3 ships. It has that ship gets silicon wafers from our silicon mine. That ship gets nostrip oil from our complex, and that ship sells microchips. Now I have it set up to keep 5 for ourselves. We also lost one of the silicon sellers to Xenon LX. And we also have a
complex
crystal mine. So so there's our 2 mines. That is our microchip plant over there. This is obviously our crystal fab. That's our complex, and that is the Palladianium foundry.
Palladianium foundry L Alpha.
So yeah. So that's the thing. I have also moved one of the kits from the GitHub. It was the one that was connected to between the Shallows and Roncar's Trial. Because if you remember, we were able to go straight into here. We can't now though. Yeah, so it's now moved to Lightwater Beta East and the other one. So I've also built an arrow. It is currently mapping this sector to see if there's any more asteroids. I've gathered or scanned all these asteroids. It's unknown sector, unknown enemy sector, and it always gives me the willies. Coming into here because of how it looks. It reminds me of a specific race. However, I have never seen them, except for derelict ships.
80, 90, jumping.
Oh, you fucking bastard now! Right, well,
enemy sector.
you get a glimpse of it now, but I just noticed a hostile ship.
10%, 20.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Jump aborted.
It's okay. False alarm. It's only a Argon high tech.
The Argon Buster will.
I'm still docked at my chip plant.
Chip plants produce microchips, essential components in all computers.
It's 24 minutes cycle time for 5 microchips. Yeah, so this is the enemy sector, unknown enemy sector, and I get CAC vibes.
Arrow.
This is our what I have called the mapper. So it has the navigation. It can do map sector. So I'll be sending that into sectors. It's currently mapping this one. It flies at 1,320 meters per second. Relatively cheap to make. That's all it's good for is speed. So yeah. I have been in this sector myself a few times. I haven't seen any enemies spawn in. There's some decent asteroids in here. There's 101 yield silicon, 120 yield ore, 114 yield ore. And then we have, the other side. which has 4, but 127 silicon. And I did have an idea. So the jump that's still in gates that are still locked in is between Lumac and Strat's Legacy and CO's Doubt. I'm looking at this, yeah. We can make our own plasma burst generator and incendiary bomb launcher, but they need space fuel. So if I were to get like a dream farm and a bliss place, turn that into a complex, I can start making space fuel.
Entering Xenon Hub.
Which sells relatively well anyway.
Space Lab Elephant.
I interrupted your little dock, didn't I? But yeah, space fuel sells reasonably well on its own, from my understanding. And I do believe they only need energy cells. Well, space fuel needs the swamp plant, but the swamp plant just needs energy cells. So
entering Lightwater Beta.
So this is Lightwater Beta. It does have a hyperspeed
access point. Lightwater
takes us to another boron sector. Yeah, takes us to another boron sector. And there's a pirate base in here. So I don't know why it's just boron sectors that get sectors with like gates in between. There you go. Which is funnily enough, if you get another one, you can technically trap everyone in. Because if you say they had another one where there's a gate in between, like Sanctuary of Darkness and then the unknown.
Xenon Hub.
The unknown one. If you swap these two to connect to the other gates, then nobody could get back to normal space because, you know, Xenon Hub would only go to these inaccessible or these otherwise inaccessible sectors. So that would be entertaining. Just every single ship. That would be perfect if you're a pirate.
Entering Lumankstadt's Legacy.
Mud.
Pirate Military Brigantine.
Here's a brigantine.
Pirate Military Raptor.
That's a raptor. That's a split ship. It's very hard to see. It's very dark in this sector. Which is probably why the pirates like it so much. But I want that east gate. But yeah, so incendiary bomb launcher needs energy cells, space fuel, and ore. Plasma burst generator the same. Pirate sidearms need energy cells, space fuel, and ore. Wheat farm makes Galaxium wheat, and Dream farm makes swamp plant. This place needs energy cells and swamp plant. So don't need the Galaxium wheat. So I think our next best bet would be the yeah, I think our next best bet. Sorry, checking a watch. Is to make some space wheat. So, elephant. Jump and fly to there because that seems fairly good at stuff. And then we'll sort of see what happens from there. In the meantime, what happened to my satellite? Why do I not have a satellite in Spaceweed Grove? Right. Oh, that's one thing that happened. I bought a ship, Vulture Hauler. I didn't have the blueprint before. I don't know if it got another one. I think it did. Vulture Hauler, Vulture Hauler. Yes, so I've actually got another one. But, yeah, bought it, immediately blew up because apparently it's too close to the planet. Nice one game. So my satellite deployer died because he decided to go into the void, which is boron controlled. He chucked down a couple of satellites and then got blown to bits. 2 satellites he deployed got blown to bits. That pirate ship. So we've had 2 pirate ships destroyed in Sanctuary of Darkness by Xenon LXs, which is a pain. Him, the Nova. So my satellite was just destroyed for shits and giggles, it seems. Unless it was... I have no idea why it was destroyed. But I suppose that means I need to go and replace it manually. But we'll not worry about that too much right now.
Spaceweed Grove. Bliss Place, L Beta, a Bliss
There's...
Place.
You are talking? Let us. This mission may prove to be quite hard.
Oh man, that would have been that's easy too. But I'm not in my Hermes. I'm in my Acronautics.
Grove, Beta.
We're starting to stack up on the old discovery points as well.
You are talking to the You are talking to the...
And what
do you wish to profit from this job?
Famous ship for 300 grand.
Argon, Courier.
What?
Adding the Pike to the Royal Boron Navy's inventory was an inspired move. The Pike's agility, speed.
So that's a pike. Now the big question is, what the fuck is it doing over here?
Adding the Pike to the Royal Boron.
I also need to find ships to
Bliss
oh no, you give me a combat mission.
Hyperspeed access point. Spaceweed
Some
Grove,
ships
Beta.
to do for outer sector combat.
Command
I
accepted.
sort of just want to see what the crack is in here.
Autopilot off.
Yep, doesn't look like there's anything in here. Oh, there's asteroids. Any high yield ones? There's a 116, 91, 119, 122, yeah. Quite a few high yield ones.
Hyperspeed access point. Spaceweed Grove. Command accepted.
That was strange.
Entering autopilot off.
We entered autopilot off.
Bliss Place.
Right,
L
so
Beta.
have you landed? Yes, you have. So, can you do Dream Farm L? Yes, you can. And Bliss Place? Yes, you can.
A Bliss Place bought. Dream Farm bought.
And a complex construction kit? That's asking too much, sadly. What
This
do I need? So, 9,000. How much cargo space do you have left? Just under 6,000. Okay. So that's gonna take some adjusting. So one thing I need to figure out is I'm gonna have a sector that has the Bliss place. So I want it to have the weapon, particularly the pirate weapons, which need ore. So there's 120 yield ore, 114 yield ore. So if I create maybe, well, we start off with one ore mine in there, and then we can eventually get more boyos. But yeah, next stop will have to be. Or if we, what's in? That's only got silicon, so it's not worth going into there for this. What's the other? That sounds alpha. It's got a high silicon, 2 high silicon, 1 high ore, Novidium. Interesting. 122 silicon yield, 106, 107, 118. So it's got 100 and, where was it? 112 and 104 ore.
You are talking? Is there good transmitting information now? Do you want
You want me to blow up 3 Talati ships for 1.3 million each? If it was Boron, or Terran, or Argon,
You are talking? Let these.
I would be all over that. But it's Talati who I'm trying to be friendly with, sadly. So you have finished mapping that sector. So you can now go and map that sector from the center and map it by 150 kilometers. So I'm guessing there's no more asteroids to be found in that sector. So
Command accepted.
the only thing I can really sort of hope is, one, no enemies start spawning in that sector. Which, when it's called unknown enemy sector and it looks like a CAC sector, it kind of suggests that eventually enemies will spawn in that sector. So hopefully that doesn't happen, even though it probably will. But then, what else? There was something else I was hoping.
Entering
Hopefully
acquisition repository.
people don't go in and blow up my ship.
Drone production facility Alpha.
So, you there. What would you like me to blow up? And I guarantee it's nothing friendly. Hope you'll find out momentarily. Oh, yeah.
You are talking? Let the information you require.
Control from Xeno.
Being transmitted now.
You know, I think I just want to,
Jump device charging at 10%. 20.
place these factories.
Entering unknown enemy sector.
Hey, buddy.
Elephant.
So, still nobody, right? Yep. So I'm just gonna pop it to one side, I think. So special, drop station, this place.
Command accepted.
Then we'll do the similar thing to what we did with the
L Alpha.
with the other one, the other complex, where I go to drop it, lock it onto here. We see if we can. Okay, so I do see it there. So we will flip it like so, and just pop it until it turns green. So there is the little dock at the bottom. Happy days. And then
Alpha.
2 docks at the bottom of this one. Happy days. So now you need more energy cells.
Docking granted.
Oh yes, that's another thing I did. You might notice that the Venti is no longer in the M3 ship list. That is because it is now docked and home based in the Elephant. So that I have a ship, if I'm in the Elephant like last time, I have a ship that can go and, you know, just jump in, grab what I need, jump out, and shebang.
Energy cells
Right,
are the
so
unified
what I
energy
want
storage
is
used throughout the whole energy.
1,500.
Docking
You
granted.
go there. So our little empire is starting to come along. We still have to, well, sector traders in the pirate ships. We have him. He's level 10. He's maybe a total of 670,000 profit. And him, level 10, has made me just under 600,000, which isn't much. However, they've made all that profit in the same sector. So just going amongst those stations and those ones, they've made me money. 1.2 million between them, which I think just pays off what they've cost me. Possibly.
The pirates often use transport.
Base sell price is 77,500. Trade Command Software Mark III is 500,000.
Trade
Fairly sure I gave them best selling, so they haven't made back their money yet. But what I might do?
command accepted.
So how could that possibly go wrong? Turn them into universal traders.
Command accepted.
Right, are you there yet? No, you're not. You're almost there. I think I need another TL class ship. For, you know, bigger stations or less journeys. So, why do we have only 2 point, or just under 3 million?
Despite
I need to check my transfers. But the
insufficient
pirate
credits.
mobile pirate station is 23 million. 44,000 cargo. So it's an extra 10,000 cargo would make less trips. But there's one thing I believe is in just Farnham's legacy, not all other ones. And transaction reports. Right, so I had 14 million. I spent 6.5 on that crystal fab. That's probably where a majority of it's gone. But engine tuning, that's for the Arrow. Explorer command, navigation command, also for the Arrow. My trading ship bought 4, which is okay because he was trading internally. He then sold the ore. So he bought it for just under 19,000. He sold it for just under 69,000. Nice. And then he bought 3,032, or the other one probably bought 3,032 energy cells. He sold it and made me what, 6,000 profit on that. Then paid even more money on some sunrise flowers. But anyway, that's not really the big expenses. Bliss was 3.5 million. Dream Farm was 687,000. So we made 432 cash monies. So why do you only buy 6 nostril oil and sell 6 nostril oil? Who knows. So the ore mine in Sanctuary Darkness made 38,000 because it auto sells when it exceeds 500,000 money. But anyway, that's enough about that. You are now here. I want a complex construction kit. There's another.
This complex construction kit.
I have enough money. No, I do not. I was hoping to
Command accepted.
Yeah, I was hoping to get the ore man as well, but it's not an urgency thing, so it should be alright. I'm just gonna dock in one of these and let it autosave just in case. Because the most frustrating thing is putting time into something and then having it taken away because of something that wasn't your fault. Drop.
Bliss Place, L Alpha.
Where's that key? Right. I need to just rotate this so that it sits properly. Not that way. Okay, I think that's going to be good enough. And we shall need connectivity.
Command accepted.
Looks a little silly, but it'll do.
Complex hub Alpha.
It'll have to do. So, space weed, sell 2,900 each. Swamp plant is resource. We shall
New
not put
price
that in.
selected. Funds transferred.
Throw money in so it can I don't need to do anything with the swamp plant. I'm gonna merge that, convert that straight in, so I need to do similar with this because I don't think it did that with this one. Oh no, it didn't. That's okay. So
A complex hub controls power distribution,
swamp plant.
central command and control, commodity exchange, and central docking ports of a large factory production facility.
So we have Dream Farm. So we have energy cells. The Dream Farm makes a swamp plant. This place makes the swamp plant, and the energy cells turns it into space speed. I wonder what kind of
Due to the fact that the Tailadi swamp plant has been outlawed by all other races in the universe, Tailadian
So it
farms
makes 10 per minute.
Tailadi grow the plant in secret.
And it needs 75 energy cells. And per cycle.
A Bliss place
And then
is a
that
factory in a secret location, hidden deep within
it needs
Tailadi
1,350
sectors,
energy
where
cells.
Tailadi produce the narcotic
Um,
drug known as space weed. From the
Makes
stems and leaves of the
25
plant.
per cycle.
You can specify at which price other factories and their transporters can. New price selected.
So there's something somewhere 11 sectors away that would buy that's completely empty of space weight. It's good to know. One thing I did notice was one of my trading ships went in and sold their shit to the headquarters. But, how are you guys getting on now?
Pirates often
669.
use
So they must just not have done anything. But anyway, that's gone on long enough. So we have another complex. So, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button. If you have any recommendations, throw them in the comments. And I shall hopefully see you in the next one. Peace.